Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna work on my, I think I'm gonna call it caged lace or maybe framed lace. I'm not too sure yet. I will just leave the name somewhere in the name of the video. But I just love this bracelet. It took me quite a long time to get it done because I had an idea to frame something in the peyote, but to figure out what and how to do it was quite a long process because at some point I realized I wanted to do netting in between, but to understand what kind of size of beads to use, to understand how big your netting should be, where to start, how to start, it was actually quite a long process. I thought in the beginning, I just thought I'm gonna connect them on all four sides to my peyote, but it didn't work out. I tried so many times to bring it to attach it to the sides, it didn't work out. So I just realized I have to attach on the up and down sides, and the ends are just empty, which is fine. It's still quite a sturdy bracelet and it looks gorgeous. It is so feminine, it is so dainty. Even though it's quite a wide cuff, it's just so feminine. And even though it's lace, it doesn't fall apart, like it doesn't shrink. It keeps its width size. So that's why I really like it, because I thought maybe if I did lace it would shrink in between, like but it doesn't. So it just looks really pretty. And then I thought I'm gonna do some fancy clasp and stuff. Didn't work out either. It looked ugly next to the very petite netting, so I just decided to go back to my simple toggle clasp. You might get bored from doing this all the time in my peyote bracelet tutorials, so if you want you can just change to something else. I just find it easy to attach this clasp instead of trying to find something to match, because I find it really hard to attach any clasp to peyote because it's very flat and the beads are not very adjustable here. It's not like you can go around things and stuff because the beads are square cylinders. So I can't find any clasp that really goes well with peyote, so that's why I always do this clasp. So that's probably all you need to know, and we'll just get to materials. You will need some Miyuki Delica 11 O's. Here I use silver. Today I'm gonna use turquoise. Then you'll need Miyuki 15 O's. Here I used a rose kind of color. Today I'm gonna use frosted white. It has some AB finish as well, so I thought it's gonna go well with turquoise. And here I used 3mm Swarovski bicones, so I'm gonna be using this color today. You can use any other 3mm beads. It's just I have quite a lot of Swarovski that I received in my last unboxing. Like I did 4 unboxing videos for one big parcel, so I had tons of Swarovski crystals, so I thought it's time to start using them. Then you'll need the thread. I'm gonna be using Nymo size D. Then I'm gonna be using beading needle size 11. Then you'll need scissors to cut the thread, and in the beginning you'll need stop bead to start off your peyote. So that's all the materials you need. Thread your needle with comfortable length. I always take 2 yards. It's just a comfortable length for me to work with. And get my beads ready on the side here, and then we'll get straight to work. So I have all my beads ready on the side, and look how Swarovski is really beautiful. It's really sparkly. So I decided to switch to gray Nymo instead of white because I realized I'm using turquoise and I don't want white, stark on the side of turquoise Delicas. So this bracelet is 28 beads wide. So we're gonna pick up, first we're gonna pick up our stop bead. I'm gonna leave a tail of about 12 inch. That's gonna be enough to finish off one side because, once you're done with your lace, you might still have to add a bit of peyote stitch on the side to finish off the length. So that's why I prefer to leave a tail, so that will be enough for me to finish off. You can always add threads later on if you need to add more peyote, but it's entirely up to you. And then I'm gonna take my needle through the stop bead again. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna try to make lace part as wide as I can. For example, here, if I take it around my wrist, see how close it is? I just left 1 inch of peyote. The rest is lace. So I just think it looks nice, but it's entirely up to you. You can make a really short lace and just finish it off with peyote. So, you know, it's entirely up to you. I'm just gonna explain the sizing I did for my own bracelet. And now here, once I have my stop bead, I'm gonna pick up 28 delicas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 28. I'm gonna drop it down to my stop bead. And now we're just gonna start our peyote stitch. So here I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna pick up 1 delica. Here I'm gonna, this is the last delica I'm coming out of. I'm gonna skip this one. And then I'm gonna pick up the next one. See, I'm gonna take my needle through the second delica. And then pull your thread. Pick up 1 delica. See where my thread's coming out of? I'm gonna skip next one, and then I'm gonna pick up the one after. So every time you're coming out of the thread, you skip the next one, and then you pick up the next bead. Pick up 1 delica. I'm gonna skip one. See where my thread's coming out of? I'm gonna skip one, and then I'm gonna pick up the bead after. Which is a bit tricky in the beginning, but it's only the first row. Well, this is the only row that's gonna be difficult. From this on, it's quite easy. Pick up 1 delica, skip one. I think I'm just gonna pull my thread nice and tight here straight away. And so see, I'm gonna leave one, and then I'm gonna pick up the next one, and then pull your thread. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. Pick up delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the next one. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. See where my thread's coming out of? I always skip the one bead after that and then pick up the next one. Pick up 1 delica, skip one, and then pick up the one after. And then pick up 1 delica and pick up the last bead. You just skip one, and this is the last bead we go through. And pull your thread. And now here, you can just take the strip and align it. Mine is properly aligned already. Just pull your thread, both threads, and you can see a peyote stitch forming. So now I'm gonna pick up my thread, and from here, every single row you do is done exactly same way. I'm gonna show you 2 rows how to do it, and then from there you can continue on your own. So you can just hold the tail down. Here I'm gonna pick up 1 bead, and then all I do now is go through the sticking out beads. See, every second bead is sticking out. That's where you go through. So I picked up 1 delica and go through the sticking out bead. Pick up 1 delica, go through the sticking out bead. Pick up 1 delica, go through the sticking out bead. Pick up one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. Pick up one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. Pick up one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. See, quite easy. One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. One Delica, go through the next sticky bead. Pick up one Delica, go through the next sticky bead. Pick up one Delica, go through the next. 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 So now, if you look, your peyote's going on. So once you're done this way, you just flip it over and continue on, again starting this way. Now how you count peyote rows? Here we already have 4. All you do, you just take the last 2 rows of delicas and you just count 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 rows already. Now we're gonna do the 5th one. Pick up one delica, go through the next delica, sticking out bead. So now you see, if you count the last 2 rows, you have 5 beads. So you have 5 rows now going on. Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. Pick up delica, go through the next sticking out bead. Pick up delica, go through the next sticking out bead. Delica, go through the next. Delica, go through the next. Pick up 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 Delica, go through the next one. Pick up Delica, go through the next one. So here I have 5 rows. And now once you're done, you just flip it over and continue building the next row. Now continue like this until you have 15 rows, and then from there I'm gonna meet you back here. So add 10 more rows of delicas, of peyote, and then I'm gonna meet you back here. So I have my 15 rows, and now we have to switch to doing the strips on the sides. So we're gonna go ahead and do first one. Now I finished off here, so I'm just gonna pick up one delica, go down 1 bead, one delica, go down the next one. And now instead of continuing further down, I'm gonna go up. Pick up one delica, go through the first sticky bead, pick up one delica, go through the next one. And that's how you start the strip. So I'm gonna show you 2 more rows. Pick up one delica, go through the first sticking out bead, pick up second delica, go through the next sticking out bead, pull your thread nice and tight, pick up one delica, go up through the first sticking out bead, pick up one delica, go through the second sticking out bead, and you just continue like that until you have your required length. And the required length depends on your wrist size. For example, if you're doing 7-inch bracelet, make this strip 6-inch. If you're making 6-inch bracelet, make this strip 5-inch. So 1 inch less than your actual wrist size. Don't worry trying to get it exactly same size, because in the end we will most likely add some peyote rows or remove some. So because You can't really right now calculate how many beads you're gonna need underneath to create your netting. So as long as you have your approximate length, we can always add or remove later on. So I'm gonna meet you back here once you have your full length, and then I'm gonna show you how to start the next one. So now I have my required length. I decided to make the same length bracelet because I really like them and I think I'm gonna keep it for myself. I don't know, I will see later. Maybe I'm being a bit greedy now. So now I'm gonna go ahead, take my needle through this, from this thread. I'm gonna take another 2 yards or whatever length you're comfortable working with. Now I'm just gonna thread my needle. And now we just have to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So I'm just gonna zoom in. So now here I have to come out of this third bead, third sticking out bead going downwards. So I'm just gonna take my needle somewhere up here. Leave a short tail just to hold on to. Take my needle some beads upwards. I don't want to be using another stop bead, so I'll just rather sew this in right now than coming back to it later again. And now here I'm just gonna go down the neighbor bead, go up the same bead on this side. See, this is where my thread's coming out of. I'm going the neighbor bead up. So I'm just creating a loop here going up, back and forth, so my thread is quite sturdy now. And now I'm just gonna make my way to this bead. So I'm just gonna go up this bead here, up this one, down this bead here. And now I can go down the bead I was planning to, third bead, third sticking out bead going downwards. And now I can just go ahead and cut this thread at the very base, the tail. Don't want to by accident cut this thread, so here we are. And then I can see a tiny tail there left. I can burn it later on with the lighter. But now we're just gonna go ahead and start the peyote stitch on this side. I'm gonna pick up one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, pick up Delica, go through the last sticking out bead, pick up Delica, go up the first sticking out bead, pick up Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, pick up Delica, go down the sticking out bead, pick up Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, and you just continue like that on and on until you have the same length as on this side. No need to try to count or anything. As long as you have approximately same length, you can just stop there, and I'm gonna meet you back here. So here I have both sides ready. I don't know if they're same length. They approximately look the same. We're not gonna tie off ends or get rid of them. We're gonna just leave them there. And when you are doing netting, you can always add more peyote units on both sides to make them same length. So now I'm just gonna take my needle. I'm gonna take another stretch of 2 yards. You can take a comfortable length, and when you are doing netting, if you still need to add thread, you do it exactly same way like you do in peyote. You just have to make sure when you're doing netting, you finish one line and then get rid of the tail in peyote and add the same way like you do in peyote, and just bring it back to the place where you have to continue. That easy. So all you need to know here is how to tie off ends and add thread and peyote stitch. So now I'm just gonna go ahead, thread my needle, and now we're just gonna start our netting. I'm gonna zoom in a bit. I have to bring it here to the first bead at the top. So not this one because it's halfway in there. I just need to come to this first bead here. So I'm just gonna take my needle through some beads here. Leave a short tail that I can hold on to for now. And now I'm just gonna go next bead up. And I think I'm gonna go next bead down. And then I'm gonna go same bead, same bead I was coming out of, up. And now I can take my bead to this place. So I'm just gonna go upwards here. Next one here. Next one up here. Now I can bring this one down here. And this one down. And then this one down. And now here we can start our netting. Now we will need our 50 and our 3 I'm using 50 Miyukis and 3 Swarovski bicones. So you have to pick up 5 50 3, 4, 5, 1 3 5 50 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 3 5 50 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 3 and 5 50 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I have is this 5 50 1 3 5 50 1 3 5 50 1 3 and 5 50 And now I'm just gonna take it. Oh, I can get rid of this tail now. I'm gonna take my needle to the bead on the opposite side. The first bead, not this one, which is halfway in. I'm gonna go down the next one here. And pull my thread. And this is how it's gonna look now. I'm gonna go up the next bead. I'm gonna go down the next bead. And then I'm gonna go up the next bead. And how it's gonna look like for now. And then I'm gonna pick up 5 50 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna go through the first Swarovski, through the first 3 through all the 50 through the second 3 through all the 50 and come out of the last 3 and then pull your thread. And that's how it's gonna look for now. Then I'm gonna need 5 50 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now here, see where my thread's coming out of? I'm gonna skip 2 and go up the third one. So that's where my thread's coming out of. I'm gonna skip 2 beads and go up the third one. And pull your thread. Now I'm gonna come down the next one. my thread. I'm gonna pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 3 mm, and 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5. And then I'm gonna go not the first one but through the second 3 mm, only 3 mm, and pull your thread. And now pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 3 mm, 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5. And now go down. See this Delica is the one my thread's coming out of. I'm gonna go down the next one. So that's how you start your netting here. From now on, how I continue is gonna be the same all the way till the end. So it's gonna be up and down 1 unit. So I'm gonna show you how. Now here, I'm gonna go up. Down the next one. And up the next one. Then pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, and then go through the first Swarovski, well 3 mm, whichever bead you are using. And now pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 3 mm, and 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5. And then go see where my thread's coming out of. I'm gonna skip the one here, and then I'm gonna go through the top 3 mm, only 3 mm, and then pull your thread. And now I'm gonna pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5. And now here I'm gonna see where my thread's coming out of. I'm gonna skip 2 and go through the third one up. Pull my thread. Now this was up, and now I'm gonna bring it down. So one way up, one way down. So every continuous nets are done exactly same way. So now we're going down. I'm just gonna go down the next Delica. Pull your thread. And then I'm gonna pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 3 mm, 5 50 notes, 3 4 5, and then through the middle 3 mm. And then pull your thread. And then again, pick up same sequence. 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 3 mm, 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5. And then go down. See, this Delica is where my thread's going upwards. I'm gonna go down the next one. So that was one whole unit done. So I'm gonna show you one more time, and then from there you can continue on your own. And if you still didn't understand, you can just rewind. So we're gonna do another unit now. I'm gonna go up the next Delica, down the next one, and up the next one. I'm gonna pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, and then I'm gonna go through the first 3 mm. Now pick up 5 50 notes, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 3mm and 5 50-nose. 1 2 3 4 5. And now go not this one but the top 3mm, and then pull your thread. And now pick up 5 50-nose. 1 2 3 4 5. And now here at the top you skip 2 and then go through the third one up. We're halfway through the 1 unit. Now you're gonna go down the next bead and pull your thread. I'm gonna pick up 5 50-nose, 3 4 5, 1 3mm, 5 50-nose, 1 2 3 4 5, and then go through the middle 3mm. Pick up the same sequence, 1 2 3 4 5 50-nose, 1 3mm, 5 50-nose, 4 5. And here, see where my thread's going up? I'm gonna go next one down and pull your thread. And that's 1 whole round done. The next one is done exactly same way. Every time you go up is the same way, every time you go down is the same way. And then in the end, I'm just gonna go 1 unit up here so the beads stay in place. And you continue like that until when you put it around your wrist, you have your netting, like from this end to the other netting, approximately 1.25 1.5 inches. And then once you get to that, meet me back here and I'm gonna show you how to finish the netting. Because remember we started this way, you have this triangular shape here, we have to finish it exactly same way. That's why you need to leave a bit of a space. So once you have 1.25 or 1.5 inches left, stop and meet me back here and I'm gonna show you how to finish the netting and how to connect the peyote at the other side. So here I am with my netting almost done. I actually had to add a couple rows of peyote on each side that will allow me to finish my netting, which you can do as well if you didn't have enough. So now to finish off your netting, you have to be able to finish it the same way you started, to have that triangular shape there. To do that, you have to make sure you finish the whole unit. In our case, when we started, remember, 1 unit was 1 way up, 1 way down. So now I'm going 1 way up, and then I have to finish this unit by going down. So maybe I should zoom in a bit. I'm gonna go down this next bead here. Pull my thread, pick up 5 50-nose, 4 5, 1 3mm, and 5 50-nose. 1 2 3 4 5. And then go through the middle 3mm. And then again pick up the same sequence, 5 50-nose, 2 3 4 5, 1 3mm, and 5 50-nose, 1 2 3 4 5. And then go down. See, this is the bead my thread's coming out of. I'm gonna go down the next one. And then pull your thread. Now we finished the whole unit, and we have to finish now this side same way we started here. All we have to do is just add these 2 strips on the ends. And to do that, here I have to go up, pull my thread, go down, and then go up. I had exact amount I need on this side of peyote. Now I'm gonna pick up 5 50-nose, 1 2 3 4 5. And now I'm gonna go through the first 3mm, and then I'm gonna skip through the next 5 50-nose and come out of the 3mm, and then pull my thread. And that's what it looks like now. Now I have to go up and come out of this 3mm. So I'm gonna go through all those 50 rows on my way and come out of the 3 mm. Then get 5 50 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now here at the top, see where my thread's coming out of? I'm gonna skip 2 and come out of the 3rd one. So in this situation, it looks like I will have to add some peyote on this side. And now basically we are done with our netting, which looks like this right now. So it's a bit gonna be wonky on this side until we connect those peyote strips between each other. But for now, to ensure my netting stays in place here, I'm gonna go ahead, take my needle down this bit here, and then pull my thread, and then I'm gonna go up this bit here, and then pull my thread, pull this peyote as well. And now that we are done with the netting, we have to connect this peyote between each other, but first we have to ensure that peyote strips on the both sides are identical length, which are not right now. So see the bottom one? I have the perfect length and I'm not gonna touch it because it's exactly ends where I need it to end, and it's going downwards, which means this one we have to end the same way, thread going downwards, because in the end we want to connect them between each other, and to be able to connect them between each other they have to be ending in the same direction. Now on this side I just had enough peyote to finish the netting, but actually we still have to add 3 rows of peyote here to be identical to this one. I don't want to go into too many maps and try to explain you how, but it doesn't matter how many nettings you added, in the end you should end exactly the same way like I am. So all you have to do is just repeat what I am doing. Now I'm just gonna thread my needle with this thread here, and then do some peyote. Pick up 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, pick up 1 Delica, go up, 1 Delica, go up, 1 Delica, go down, 1 Delica, go down. And this gives us identical length of peyote on both sides. Now it's a bit hard for me to explain exactly how I know it, but once we connect them, you will see how this side mirrors this side. That's how I know. So when you're finishing, make sure on the bottom layer you have your thread going downwards, and see where you finished your netting, you have 1 extra bead. While on this side, see, this is the bead you added, you also have 1 extra bead, but you also have your thread going downwards as well. So that gives us identical length on both sides. Now it's time to connect them between each other, and to do that I don't want this thread on my way, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go upwards here, pull my thread, and up here. Later on I can just come back down through some beads and get rid of this tail, but for now I just want to leave these tails. And I'm gonna thread this tail that's going downwards, and now it's time to attach those peyote stretches. So I'm gonna pick up 1 Delica, go through the first sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, and now I pick up 21 Delicas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 21. And now here on the other side I go through the next sticking out bead here, and then I pick up 1 Delica and then go through the last sticking out bead. And now I pick up 1 Delica, go downwards through the next sticking out bead, pick up 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, which is this one here, and now pick up 1 Delica. See where my thread's coming out of? You skip 1 bead and you pick up the next one. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1 and then you pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1 and then you pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1 and then you pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1, pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1 and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1 and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, skip 1 and then pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1, pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, you skip 1 and then pick up this last bead here on this side, and we are across the bridge. And now you pick up 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, pick up 1 Delica, go through the last sticking out bead. And we have our peyote stretch. And now here, let me show you. See, you have this bead here, your thread's going there, and then you have this bead here. This is not the first bead because it's somewhat half closed by this one, right? On this side, you have this bead here, which is attached to your netting, and then you have this one, which is somehow closed by this bead here. And it's identical to the other side. So with all our calculations, we ended up with identical image of this side. So now what you're gonna do, you just continue your peyote until you have 15 rows. Right now you have 3. 1, 2, 3. So add 12 more, which will be identical to this side. So once you have several rows going on, just get rid of these tails. And then once you have 15 rows here, identical to this one, I'm gonna meet you back here and then we're gonna work on the clasp. So here I am, I added 15 rows, got rid of those tails at there, and look how gorgeous it is. That's how it looks like. And if you notice, I have my perfect length already. So on each side, I added 15 rows, and then as to the netting, I added, let's say if I was doing 6-inch bracelet, I added 5-inch of netting. So that gave me the perfect length for my wrist. If you still have to add more rows of peyote, if it's still too short, go ahead, keep on adding 1 row on each side until you have your perfect length. And once you have your perfect length, get rid of this tail. You're not gonna need it on this side. But on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and do the loop now. So I'm gonna go ahead, flip it over. I'm gonna pick up 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, 1 Delica, and then go through this sticking out bead. So I added 4 Delicas, which gives me 8 rows. And now I'm gonna turn back. I'm gonna pick up 1 Delica, go back through the first sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the second sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the third sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the last sticking out bead. Then I'm gonna pick up one Delica, go through this sticking out bead. So I have to have 5 rows in total. I'm heading on my 3rd right now. This is the 3rd row going on. And now when I turn back, that will be my 4th. This is the 4th one going on. And now when I turn back up, that will be the number 5. So this is the last row we're gonna add. And that's it, this side is done. Now I have to add same on this side, and to do that, see the sticking out beads? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to be coming out of the 5th one, going upwards. And I have to get there. So to do that, I'm gonna go down this bead here, up this bead here, through this bead here. I'm just heading up to that 5th sticking out bead. Doesn't matter which beads you go through as long as you get there. So you can go these 2 beads down here. And then I can go these 2 beads up. And I'm coming out of the 5th sticking out bead. Now I'm gonna pick up one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. So I'm starting my row number 1. I have to have 5 as well. Next sticking out bead, next sticking out bead, and the last one. That's the end of row number 1. This is row number 2. Going back up is row number 3. Going back down will be number 4. So this is the beginning of row number 4. And then going back up will be our last row, number 5. That's it. So we have 5 rows on each side. Now it's time to connect them between each other, making that bridge on top. And to do that, I'm gonna go back. Pick up one Delica, go through the first sticking out bead. One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. Oops, where did my Delica go? One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. And then here, I'm gonna pick up 13 Delicas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
and then go through the next sticking out bead, which is on this side here. Pull my thread, pick up one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, one Delica, go through the last sticking out bead, and then turn back. One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, one Delica, go through the next one Delica, go through this one here, and then when you are heading to the top here, see where my thread's coming out of? I'm gonna skip one and then pick up the one after. Pick up one Delica, see where my thread's coming out of? I'm gonna skip one and then pick up the one after. One Delica, skip one, pick up the one after. One Delica, skip one, pick up the one after. One Delica, skip one and then pick up the one after. One Delica, skip one and then pick up the one after, and you are across the bridge. That's one Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. One Delica, go through the next sticking out bead. One Delica, go through the next. One Delica and go through the last. So that's how you make the loop. Now go ahead, add 3 more rows of the peyote because you don't want to leave it here because this is gonna be loose. See, it's bendy. So you just want to make sure it's reinforced and add 3 more at least. And once you're done with that, go ahead, get rid of both tails, this one and this one, and then we're gonna meet back here and I'm gonna show you how to do the toggle. So here we are, we're almost done. Look how beautiful it is. Now the only thing we have left to do is the toggle clasp. So we need another stretch of thread, take about 2 feet. We just need a short stretch to do the toggle. It's only 10 rows of peyote, so this should be enough. I'm gonna stretch it out, thread my needle. I'm gonna take my stop bead, the one I used earlier, and I'm gonna leave a tail of about 6 inch. Now I'm gonna take my needle through that stop bead again, and now we need to start a new stretch of peyote, 20 beads wide. So go ahead and pick up 20 Delicas.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down to my stop bead. And now we're gonna start the peyote. Pick up 1 Delica, skip the first bead, pick up the second one. Pick up 1 Delica, skip the next bead and pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, skip the next bead, pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, skip the next bead and pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica, skip the one after and pick up the next one. Pick up 1 Delica, skip next bead and pick up the one after. Pick up 1 Delica. See where my thread's coming out of? You skip the bead right after this one and pick up the bead after. Pick up 1 bead, skip 1 bead and pick up the one after. Pick up 1 bead, skip 1 bead and pick up the one after, and pick up 1 bead, and we go through the last bead here. And now here, when you have all the beads in place, oops, yeah, so once you have all the beads in place, just go ahead, pull the thread, and you can help out the beads to get in place. So the next row would be easier. And here we are. So you have 3 rows of peyote here. Go ahead until you have 10 in total, and then once you have that, I'm gonna meet you back here. So here I am with 10 rows, and now it's time to make that, see that small strip of peyote there? That's what we're gonna do. And to do that, I have to go backwards, and see the sticking out beads? I have to come out of number 4. So that's 8 bead in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just gonna go back through this bead here. Just making my way down there. And here we are. I'm gonna pick up 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the next sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through the last bead you added, going backwards through the sticking out bead, 1 Delica, go through this sticking out bead. So we have 2 rows. We need to make 5 or 6. I will leave that up to you. So I'm just gonna make 5 maybe. So that's the 3rd row. This is the 4th one. And this one is number 5. I think I'm gonna stop at number 5. Yeah, that's enough for me. And now this strip is made of 4 beads. I have to find the middle here to attach this 4 beads. So this one is 28 beads wide. That one is 4, so 28 minus 4 is 24. So it means on each side of that strip I have to leave 12 beads. So I'm just gonna lay it down here. Lay it down here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is how I'm supposed to add it. So my thread's coming this way. I'm just gonna go down the bead here. So this is the bead I have to go through. And here we are. Here I can go back through the sticking out bead here. Sticking out bead on this side. Sticking out bead on that side. One sticking out bead on this side, and here I can just zip it up. See? It's done. Now I'm just gonna reinforce that place. Just go backwards through some beads. And that's it. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Once you're done, you can just go ahead and get rid of this tail. I'm gonna do that later on. For now, I'm gonna take this side of the thread, remove the stop bead, thread my needle. Okay, see where my thread's coming out of? Now this stretch of peyote we have to turn into a tube, and to do that, see where my thread's coming out of? This way. I'm gonna zigzag back and forth. See the sticking out beads on each side? This one is the first on this side. I'm gonna take my needle through this one, then through this side, then through this one. So slowly moving upwards. And see here, it might get confusing. Just remember, this is the sticking out bead. The next one would be this sticking out bead. Then it would be this one here. Then there would be this one and this one. So just remember the beads here, just pick up the ones that go along with this row. That's all it is. And now I'm just gonna start going through the sticky beads. One on this side because it's the bottom one here. And then the one on this side. And once I have two on, I'm just gonna start zipping it up. Then one on this side. So every time I pull my thread, I pull it nice and tight so the bottom starts zipping up. Almost there. Just make sure to pull your thread. And the last one on this side. And then when you are through the last sticky bead, just make sure you pull your thread nice and tight. And look, it's ready. Now here, the last step here, see the last two beads here, they're not connected. You just want to make sure you connect it by going down through this bead here. And now I just need to get rid of the tail, and all I'm gonna do is just go through the top beads. Don't want to go down anywhere. Just back and forth through some beads. And then here, I think I can cut it already. Been back and forth several times. Now go ahead, get rid of this tail. The one at the back, just go through some beads. You can reinforce this part more if you want, and just get rid of it. And then we're gonna compare our bracelets. And here they are. Look how gorgeous they are. I'm just loving it. I'm just hoping the sun will come out a bit so you can see how sparkly they are. This Delicas, they are really sparkly when it's sunny outside, and plus you have the sparkle of Swarovski here. It just looks so gorgeous. And even, you know, when I go out, I go to pubs here a lot, and then you know how dark it's inside there, but these bracelets, they still sparkle so much. And you know, I got tons of compliments when I was wearing this the other night, and it's just really cute. Look. Pretty. It's cuff, but still very feminine. So, you know, if you like it, make sure to do it. You're not gonna regret the look of it. And, you know, depending what kind of colors you like, you can make it really pop using like really strong colors, you know, make red, like dark green, or, you know, those really... Here I used very feminine, very light. Here I just wanted to accentuate how feminine it is, how lacy it is, you know, how dainty it is. But you can really have a different look here if you wanted to by using totally different colors. For example, if you made it black, I mean, you could have it as a gothic lace bracelet, you know. So there are so many options you can do with it if you just change colors. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I hope it wasn't too confusing when I was finishing off the lace. I just wanted to have the perfect look, so both sides look identical. I mean, there are so many ways you could finish it where you don't have to have it perfect if you're confused or not. It's just I'm a bit of OCD when it comes to things like that. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.